Detective Comics. Powerful and awesome, the mysterious Batman again appears to oppose the evil forces of a terrifying master of crime, known as the Monk. Batman by Bob Kane. The Batman, weird menace to all crime, at last meets an opponent worthy of his mettle, a strange creature, cowed like a monk, but possessing the powers of a Satan. A man whose powers are uncanny, whose brain is the product of years of intense study and seclusion. Through the dark of a New York night. Soon now, and I shall know. Distance knows no bounds by which to hold the eerie figure. He sights his quarry. I have been sent to you by the master monk. Help! Help! As if in answer to the doomed man. Who are you? Remain until I give you leave to go. The Batman recognizes his fiancée, Julie Madison. Julie, you? What am I doing here? Who are you? But if you are taking me home, how do you know where I live? Why won't you talk? You won't tell me a thing. But won't you tell me who you are? Tell your fiancé Bruce Wayne all that happened. Good night. The next morning, Bruce Wayne is called to his fiancée's home. Bruce, there is something I must tell you. A man dressed as an enormous bat found me last night on the street, about to kill a man. Good Lord, Julie. Suppose you had. We better see Dr. Trent right away. And scarcely 2 hours later. Young lady, I've seen victims of an expert hypnotist exhibit your symptoms. Don't you recall anything that would suggest something like that? I advise an ocean voyage. Yet as Dr. Trent talks, Bruce Wayne notices his staring eyes and wonders. Yes, an ocean voyage to Paris, and perhaps later to Hungary, the land of history and werewolves. 1 ticket to Paris, please. Port cabin. I don't like the crack the doctor made about werewolves, Julie, and he seemed hypnotized himself when he gave you that advice. But maybe I'm imagining things. Of course you are. I've worried you, but I'll be good. I promise. But back at the Wayne mansion, Julie would be surprised to know her Batman is her future husband. And in a secret hangar known only to himself, 2 new weapons, my Bat Gyro, in which to follow Julie, and the Flying Batarang, modeled after the Australian bushman's boomerang. Look! A bat! The end of the world! We are attacked by Martians! And out to sea. While on board the Lunar Lady. A monster bat, flying over the ocean! Fixing his automatic controls, the Batman prepares for a visit. You! Here! Julie explains her plight to the Batman. And so that's why I'm here. Look out! The eyes of the gaunt figure seem to burn. He is the arch-criminal, known as the Monk. That man has uncanny powers. I seem to be hypnotized. It is harder and harder to move. By a tremendous effort of will, the Batman leaps into action. The spell is broken. The Monk evades the Batarang. The Batman leaps for the rope ladder. The Batman, anxious to get to the bottom of the mystery, follows the ship and the Monk to Paris. Paris at last. The search begins. The trail leads everywhere. Help! The devil himself! The weird figure is seen all over Paris until one night. Julie, at last. But a warm reception has been prepared for him. The Batman nimbly dodges the huge ape, only to fly through a sliding door. And tumbles down, 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 into a gigantic net. Caught like a rat in a trap as the net closes about him. The Batman once again faces the diabolical Master Monk. Rash mortal, to dare face the power of the monk. Look below you at your fate. When I pull this lever, the net begins to drop slowly into the den of snakes. In a flash, the Batman flips his batarang. The net stops in its downward flight as the batarang knocks over the lever. Continuing on its upward sweep, it crashes into a glass chandelier. The Batman grasps the batarang and the broken glass. A heroic gesture, but a futile one. The lever will remain down this time. Working against time, the Batman severs strand after strand, freeing himself none too soon. The Batman, in full pursuit of the fleeing monk. Suddenly, a barred door drops between the Batman and the monk. Die here, you fool, while I send the girl, Julie, onto my castle in Hungary to feed my werewolves. The gigantic gorilla is lowered, as the Batman is caged by bars all about him. The Batman makes a desperate leap for the rope that lowered the gorilla. As he climbs hand over hand up the rope, he sights the guard about to draw a gun. The batarang hits its mark. The idling Batplane hovers above the Batman. As a powerful car races towards Hungary, the shadow of the Bat follows it. The Batman prepares to board the car from the air. A glass pellet filled with gas is thrown into the car. The car swerves into a tree. The monk knew better than to come, but I can save Julie. The Batman makes a valiant leap for the ladder of his Batplane. With Julie safe, the Batman plans on vengeance. Poor kid. And sets his automatic controls for Hungary, home of the vicious monk and his werewolves. Continue the thrilling adventures of the Batman and his combat against the mysterious monk. What plans has the monk in mind? Why does he want Julie? See the next episode of The Batman.